So, Will, as you can tell, Courtney is wide awake. She's never been more awake in her life.
Oh, good.
And,
okay.
I figure since she ditched us last time, we had to pick up the slack and do a lot more work without her. We'll just make this week the Courtney Show. So, Courtney, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much for giving me a platform to talk about all things womanhood.
We're here to listen, so Will and I will just mute ourselves, and we'll be here.
We're still talking.
Yeah,
we should just be listening.
We'll be here for the next hour, but we won't say a word.
Perfect.
We'll chime in. We'll chime in to mansplain things once in a while, but you can put us on our plate.
Okay, I can't wait to explain to you all of the hot gossip that's going on in my neighborhood right now because Sarah and Suzanne have been absolutely off their damn rockers.
Are they a couple?
Will, shut up. Come on,
I'm trying to get context, Tom. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to enjoy the story here.
Give Courtney a chance to talk.
They're a couple of bitches.
Oh.
Can I say that on live?
On live podcast? Can you curse?
Yeah. This is the David Letterman show. That's fine.
Yeah.
People do that all the time. It's so often that I'm listening to a podcast, like something that's always been a podcast has never been a radio show, and someone will be on there. They'll talk for 20 minutes, and they'll be like, that's a big load of bull. Can I say a bad word on here? And the guy's like, yeah, it's a podcast. That's a load of bullshit.
Yeah, but it's always like meekly, like it's bullshit. And it's like you should have just said it the first time and been like, we can cut that,
Yeah, it's BS. Can I curse on here? Yeah. Okay, well, this is a lot of BS.
It's a lot of BS bullshit, frankly. And then you're like, oh, that's kind of worse than him just saying the curse word,
Ben Shapiro will tweet a bunch of like, F this, F that. I can't believe you effing believe this. And I'm like, man, you're an adult. You either can curse or not curse. You don't have to act like you're 12 and you're in school.
Yeah. No one's going to send you to your room.
No one's going to send you to BG double hockey sticks.
Sorry, Courtney. I already threw us off here. We're already on a man tangent. We'll shut up. You can continue.
Yeah, no, we just call them man-gents where I'm from.
I like it.
Man-gents. A man, it's kind of like a man-gentleman.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it's completely different. Don't get those twisted. So anyway, Suzanne and Sarah.
Yeah, they don't like each other, or they usually like each other, but something has derailed their partnership.
Yes, because
They're
I don't know.
Bitchterhood. I think sisterhood sort of bitches.
That is so offensive, Will.
So, shit. See, I'm already crossing the line. I was trying to be edgy. I was trying to be like, look at me, how clued in I am, But now I just overplayed my hand.
I mean, you might as well call us "See You Next Tuesdays." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's just rude.
Can you?
Can I say next Tuesday on here?
Yeah. Can you do that kind of a little wordplay on a podcast if it ends up becoming something offensive?
All this sugar honey iced tea you're feeding me.
Oof, this is edgy stuff.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Maybe I should take more naps.
Yeah, maybe. Although we're happy to talk to you. I have a question about this. That's so offensive comment you just made, because I was telling Will last episode. I think part of what has led to our current disaster of a country is Americans don't like to be told that they are being offensive, and they don't like to hear that somebody is offended. And there are maybe people who overdo it and maybe can be kind of annoying about, the language police sort of thing. And so I guess I wonder if, because some people are annoyed by the most annoying of those people, they overshot into this reaction of, we actually need to be sort of post-shame and actively not be offended by anything and just be as offensive as possible and celebrate the people who are.
Yeah, I would agree. But I think we need to be the most offensive possible, but I think we need to either bring back or continue saying no offense.
Like say something mean and then say no offense?
Yeah, like no offense, but you have a limp dick kind of thing. Can I say that on here?
I don't know what you can say. I'm really confused.
There's so many rules. I never knew about any of these until today, but now I
said
feel...
deck. A deck.
Yeah, the deck is, it's not as, I feel like I'm sinking into the deck.
It's a wobbly deck.
I'm a little worried. Yeah.
Yeah. Incompetent deck.
Not a stiff deck.
Exactly.
Will, we got a listener comment that says you're hitting your mute and unmute button really hard and they can hear it and they want you to stop. So a little complaint from a listener. I'll just throw your way.
Was that? Oh man. They can tell that I'm doing that.
I didn't notice until I read that comment like an hour ago, and then now I'm hearing the click. So I guess they're sitting there, just completely distracted.
Wow.
Can't pay attention. They're overstimulated because of this button. Definitely
overstimulated somehow. They're doing like sort of like Law and Order SVU type of like audio forensics here. That's impressive. User, if you're listening to this, a user. What am I saying? What are we? Facebook listener. If you're hearing this, that's great on you. I'll try not to do that as much. I have a cat, and it's like I want to. I guess we'll just put up with the cat,
Do they want to be our producer? Because that's some Tammy level shit.
That's true. Yeah.
On our team.
Listener, either join us or maybe turn the volume down a little bit.
We're telling our one of our few listeners that gives us feedback to stop listening to the show.
I didn't say stop listening. I said turn the dial down a little bit.
Listener,
right.
No offense, but shut it down.
Listener, no offense, but you're being a little nitpicky and annoying right now, and we don't like it.
Listener, are you my mom?
Yeah.
I don't think moms are. I don't think this is a show for like moms of people who have adult children. Maybe young moms.
Yeah, cool moms, hot moms.
Oh, hot! We're the hot mom show.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
New demo.
However, hot moms can have adult children. We're not saying that. We're just saying this specific subgroup of hot moms is too younger.
I said young moms. You guys said hot moms. So I didn't say that the old moms are disqualified.
Tammy, can we roll that back? I'm pretty sure you said hot moms, Tom.
Okay, no offense, but only hot moms listen. No offense.
Yeah. Yes, actually, if you're listening to this and you're a mother, you are a hot mom as far as we're concerned because you're listening to the show. We appreciate it.
And if you're not a mother, no offense.
If you're not a mother, don't worry about it. Mother's Day already happened. Not even, you're probably not getting much. That's all I'm saying.
Courtney, people do love to hear the book club stories and what's going on or what's not going on, whether you got kicked out or started a new one. So what's up with book club these days?
So I think I mentioned to you, gentlemen, that I was feeling a bit wavy about this book club because I thought I got kicked out.
I believe what you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, was you stopped responding to them and thought that because you were not responding, maybe you were not invited anymore.
Well, yeah, it's just confusing. Like, double text me if I don't respond to you and you are planning something. Like, so rude to not text again.
Yeah.
So someone finally did their due diligence and double texted me. And so I got to go to book club last week. Did we have a book of the month? No, we did not. Did one of the people read their own book whose title has escaped me? Yes. And yes, I am correct. Someone wrote their own book and then read it so they could talk to us about it.
Okay, as someone who's written books before, and I have talked at book clubs about my books, you don't need to reread your book. You read your book a lot when you write a book and publish it and edit a book. You know it pretty well.
It's a public reading though, Tom. It's to be like, listen, this is something that you guys can pick up for yourself and enjoy in great detail.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
This chapter is, I forgot how great chapter 4 is, and I just want to share it with you.
Yeah. Gosh, I forgot what a good writer I am, actually, now that I'm rereading all of my words on the page.
Yeah.
This author is just somewhat of a spectacle, and they happen to have my same name and my same social security number. Yeah, it was a hot book club this week for sure. Definitely makes me not want to text them back for next time. However, I did unfortunately find a new really good smut book that takes the scary stories to listen to in the dark, like childhood scary story books.
Ooh, smut, but it's not about children, is it?
Smut, but it's
No.
children's books of smut.
The children all grew up, so it's
so it's like Stranger Things, but they're all like 25 and they're smutty now, something like that.
Yeah, and they're allowed.
Am I getting this
They're
right?
allowed to touch.
Okay.
That's
Puppies.
this is a
Alright.
weird way to intro. I feel like it might be less weird.
This was your suggestion?
Well, so I haven't told them yet because I refuse to text in the book club group chat, but
I feel like it
will
would go over better in person. You should not
Yeah.
text it to them. They could be misconstrued, perhaps.
Yeah,
in
Courtney,
some
Courtney,
sort of
work on the
way.
pitch, please. Let's work on the way you frame some of these ideas when you pitch it to them.
Okay. So
I do love it though. This is something I'm not familiar with this sort of subgenre of smut. Is this like something that exists that I'm just not aware of?
it's
or is this-
nostalgia smut.
Nostalgia smut. Okay. And how does it work? Like, what do you?
It's when your memories compete with your horniness.
So it's
I see.
literally the Are You Afraid of the Dark characters? But so it's fan fiction about them 20 years later.
Essentially, yes. Like, do you remember the story of the girl with the green ribbon around her neck?
No.
You don't?
Did she get the pig's blood dumped on her?
No,
Said
that's
different.
Carrie.
I wonder what
That's
Carrie's
a movie.
wonder who Carrie's having sex with these days. Maybe someone should write
Yeah.
that book.
Probably herself, Tom. No offense.
Ooh.
In this dating economy, Tom,
Courtney,
definitely herself.
Courtney, we can't still be bullying poor little Carrie. You know, she's had enough. She had a rough childhood.
You're right. The 80s were so bad for Carrie.
Yeah.
Anyways, green ribbon story girl. This gal has a friend in the child safe version of it. The friend is very curious about this green ribbon around her neck that she shows up every day with it on. Is curious, asks her to take it off. She always says no. She says, don't touch the ribbon. We'll fast forward one day. Her friend touches the ribbon.
Crosses the boundaries. that
Yes,
she
cross the
clearly set.
boundary, undoes the ribbon. Her head
Oh
falls
boy.
off.
Ooh.
Of course, she told you. What did you expect?
You didn't listen time and time again.
Exactly.
And then finally, when she agrees, she kills herself.
And
Damn.
what's she up to 20 years later? She's still dead?
Mostly still giving head. You know what I mean?
Still giving head. Got a new ribbon. I like this. So this is this also nostalgia smut?
So this is the nostalgia, and then the smut
Okay.
part of it. Basically, a girl finds her life partner. They fall in love. They have some really raunchy scenes together. He jokingly tugs on the green ribbon a little bit, but she's like, "No, don't actually do that." Fast
Oh,
through a couple sex scenes. At the end of their marriage, they've been married for like 20 years by the end of the chapter. And he finally gets to pull the ribbon off. And then, you
it's
can deduce.
curtains.
What's
Right.
what's that thing that at weddings the man is supposed to take off the woman's thigh?
The garter.
Yeah, is it kind of like that? They finally there's the level of commitment has been solidified. He can take the ribbon off and then her head falls off.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Spoilers.
Yes.
this is interesting, and I could see it being maybe nostalgic if you read something similar to this, but I don't see the smut I'm sorry. It's like kind of like I don't
I'm
know. It's
sorry,
like,
Will. Did you want me to make you horned up on a podcast? Because I'll gladly read it to you.
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that I'm just trying to understand the angle of this getting worked into sort of a smut category because. But maybe it's not for me to understand. There's a lot of stuff that I'm just probably not supposed to really get a handle on things of, and maybe this is one of them.
It's the opposite of mansplaining. It's sort of like a woman explaining, don't even worry about it. Don't even try to understand it, please.
Just let it go, take a deep breath, and fuck off. And it's like, okay, yeah, message received.
This is for hot moms and Courtney.
Exactly. Ooh, borderline one and the same. Do I have children? No. Am I a hot mom? Of course.
Do you have cats? And is that the same thing as children, more or less? Probably.
Basically.
So, yeah, you probably fall under that category.
Does my cat abuse me more than a human child would? Yes.
Yeah, did you ever
Does it
trim your
play with
cat's
your-
nails? As I recall, this cat almost killed you at some point.
Yes. I have I have trimmed them since.
Okay.
And only once. So
Oh,
as you
sorry.
can
I just
imagine, they come out.
clicked to mute
Yeah,
for
it
a
was
second there.
So loud. and
I'm sorry.
interesting.
I'm so sorry. User.
It's like Mark Andreessen taking a breath. A real jump scare.
It's like somebody that is shell shock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hate that noise.
Sorry. Anyways. Yeah. Sorry, user. And sorry, Courtney. I see a man tangent.
The listener wakes up in the middle of the night with like nightmares of the mute noise, the click. Oh, yeah, honey.
Louder than the Netflix sound.
Yeah, has to go get a glass of water, calm down a little bit before going back to bed.
Goes back to bed, wakes up the next morning, just bags under their eyes, weren't able to sleep. The most unrestful sleep ever. Sitting there with the 1,000-yard stare at the breakfast table. His wife or significant other puts their hand on them, and then they jump like, oh!
Did you have that dream
wow.
again? Yeah. I gotta go. I'll call the doctor later today.
I'll call the doctor about your injections later today. Sorry, user. We're not being, listener. We're not dunking on you. We're just trying to be sensitive to your needs.
Just a layup.
Yeah, no offense. Yeah. So Courtney, what else is new? The Courtney Show. We're continuing. What's going on? I mean, the world is kind of terrible. So I hate to throw the what's on your mind these days, because it's probably the end of the world, the end of the country. Who knows what else? But anything catch your eye lately that you think would be fun to talk about here?
Quite literally, just now I am seeing a tiny little king cake baby that is placed so meticulously under my computer, and it is giving me flashbacks to a couple days ago. Well, the last 3 days I've been finding nothing but mini babies everywhere. Do you ever have people pull pranks on you like that, or they hide a bunch of plastic toys around your house?
I mean, I have 4 cats, so they are literally hiding toys all over the house, but not for me. It's for them.
Yeah, so true. So 2 thought processes here. A, king cake. Love to find a baby and some pastries. B, not as fun, but also more fun to find a baby in my butter dish, or babies in my deodorant.
It's very elaborate.
That's funny.
What is happening to me, and why? Yes. Why do I choose to hang out with girls from book club? Because this is what happens.
They're putting a little baby, like shoving it down into your deodorant stick.
Yes, it's so impressive.
Wow, that is kind of impressive. I would feel like, wow, that's such a violation of my boundary. No more book club at my house.
Yes.
But also, I am still a little bit impressed.
Yeah, you're like, why is my shower so backed up? And they're like, it's a bunch of little baby dolls in there, little king cake babies. We put 100 of them down there.
It's a terrifying looking king cake baby, though, because there's just a circle of brunette hair on the top and just like tiny little bleeding dark eyes.
It got melted in the cake. A little bit of the microplastics bled into the rest of the cake.
It looks like a Hitler baby, and I really don't.
Führer cake.
Wow. Yeah. The old if Hitler was a baby question. I guess you can.
Would you eat him in a king cake?
Would you eat him in a cake, or would you flush him down the toilet?
Like some Harry Carey question: if Hitler was a baby in a king cake.
I think king cake is good. I didn't discover it until I was an adult, but I don't. Whatever flavors are in there, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I like it too.
Lots of vanilla and butter, and yeah, that's probably why it's good.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
A lot of butter.
That's the case closed.
Fantastic, though.
What's the story?
Question?
Oh yeah.
Besides a baby, like what else could be a really cool, tiny little microplastic to find in your cake?
I was just gonna say, if we could do king cake without the little king, I might prefer that in general. I don't really need a toy in my cake. Like it's a Happy Meal.
Yeah. Maybe a queen cake.
That might be nice for again the hot moms out there, but again, could we just do a cake? Maybe it's a good cake. It tastes good. We don't need anything else.
Yeah, just a cake. Like, what if there's cake inside of it?
In fact, actually, I don't want a full cake. I never need a full cake. I never eat a whole cake. You have like 2 slices and then it just sits there and goes bad. How about like a little mini one, or like just a cupcake? One little king cupcake. How about that?
A king cupcake. But I feel like there's maybe more of a chance that you could swallow a baby that way.
If there's a baby in, I'm saying no babies.
No babies.
Not even a full cake. Just give me 1 slice of cake or a cupcake.
A kingless king cake.
In fact, we don't like monarchs. Well,
no king's cake.
Yeah, no king's cake.
Exactly. Yeah,
perfect. This is why the French are so much better at protesting than the Americans. True. They'd be coming up with stuff like this.
Yeah, although it is very American to be like, how do we protest an authoritarian regime? What kind of cake will best protest an authoritarian regime?
What kind of cake can we eat while we protest?
Yeah. What if the resistance was a hamburger?
Yeah. What if they said let them eat cake and then we actually did it? We took them up on
Yeah.
their offer.
Why don't we eat a bunch of cake and then we'll go deal with the politics later? And then it sort of turns into
Yeah.
like, why don't we do a big barbecue, drink a lot, and then when we're done with the hangovers in 3 days, we'll think about how to do the resistance.
Actually, what we could do is have the barbecue, drink a lot, and then do the resistance. See how that goes. And then wake up with a hangover somewhere.
Then 3 days they get back together, like, what were we going to do today? And then open up another beer. Like, I can't remember. Let's open a couple and see if it comes back to us. And it's just this loop.
Open up a fresh king cake. They're slicing it up. They're drinking their beers, eating their king cake.
I think we said we were going to start a bakery or something. Why don't we start working on that?
Yeah, we're going to call it the Resistance Bakery. We're going to sell like French, pan au chocolat and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no babies allowed.
Yeah.
No kings.
No kings allowed. And then you're gonna
that British king comes over here, he can't come in. Sorry.
You're gonna donate part of the money you get to political causes? No, I don't think so.
No, I will say that you can donate if you want to give some of your money, but then we'll use it as a tax write-off when we donate it. So I guess in a way, yeah, we are giving to charity.
Yeah, we're gonna give 10% of everything that we make to the DNC.
Yeah. Actually, sassy tweets from the DNC lately. I think they called Stephen Miller an ugly F-U-C-K.
Yeah, I saw that. They just can't figure out what's that? I think
is he a weirdo? Is he a weirdo? Is he an ugly fucker? Is he somebody that we're supposed to be? Hey, listen, we got to take the high road while they take the low road.
Yeah.
They might kick us in the balls, but we got to pat them on the head. Like which one is it?
Well, remember that I Think You Should Leave sketch with Andy Samberg where it's the game show and then they've got the big mascot guy and he doesn't know what his deal is, like what he's supposed to do.
Figure out what you do.
I feel like that's the DNC right now. They just don't know what their deal is. They don't know what their shtick is. They're trying a bunch of stuff. None of it's really landing.
You had all summer to figure this out.
You've had 12 years to figure out how you want to respond to Donald Trump. You still haven't quite landed on anything.
I think that's part of the illusion of having another sort of political party sit there like, well, we're trying, guys. We're literally trying everything to see if it sticks to the wall.
But at a certain point, you need to commit to something. You can't go 10 years of,
maybe you can. It's not working for them. They're definitely not popular, but they're still the only other political party in the entire country with any sway. So if they're just like, listen, guys, we've tried nothing and nothing's working, then that's just what we're stuck with. Feels like.
I guess so. I guess, yeah. I wouldn't, if I was in charge, that might not be my strategy, but you're right. I guess it's working. They're still making money.
I don't know. Whatever that recent tweet was kind of funny. Calling Stephen Miller an ugly fucker is what I've been doing for about 10 years now. So it's like, Jesus, finally, we're kind of catching up here, guys.
I wonder what their bathroom stalls look like. Am I right?
I have a close friend of mine. His office is right next to a congressional office for somebody running for a federal seat. And he shares a bathroom with all of the men who work there. And he says they do not wash their hands. This guy's,
oh boy,
it says it's a lot of.
Are they shaking a lot of hands?
I'm sure it's a political
running
office.
for government. So.
Yeah, this guy, he's running for Congress, and he probably will win this seat. But intel is these guys they're in the bathroom a lot and not touching that soap even once.
Yeah. So the soap is just always full.
Yeah, or it's being used by the people at the place next door, not by the Congress, the congressional people, the people running the country. They're not washing their hands.
Oh man, that's probably the least of our worries, but still very concerning. Still a little gross, I suppose.
I have special intel of the state that I live in. Their capital has a specific bathroom utilized for jorking it.
You said Pacific?
A Pacific restroom for jorks. Jorkin.
Pacific.
I'm too old. I can't follow this.
Fetish.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Courtney? What does that mean?
Jorking it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. This a moxing sort of thing?
It is what it sounds like. It's jerking it, but jorking it because jork is like a little bit grosser, maybe.
It sounds grosser, or does it mean something grosser?
I think it means something more nefarious than just standard masturbation.
If it has anything to do with what she said, Tom, it's sort of piss related as well, I think. So it's sort of
Yeah.
like piss. I don't know. It's a piss, very
Wow.
Pacific.
I'm glad we let
fetish.
Courtney take the wheel for this episode. It's really,
This
really
is all speculation on my part. I've never heard
Yeah.
heard of this, but I do think that there's probably a lot of people doing that kind of shit at work, Courtney. And
Yeah.
that's disgusting. But most people are kind of disgusting, isn't that right? Like, I don't know. Whatever. I was watching this video about people who go to the casinos recently, and somebody was just making a quick little supercut of all the best highlights of like fucking messed up casino videos from the past 10 years, and people just shitting themselves because they're on a hot streak. People just pissing in the chair because they're like, listen, if I get up for 2 minutes, I might lose some money. People like licking their hands before they touch the screen because they're like, it's
Ooh.
lucky. So it's like, man, when you go into a casino, it's like
lucky.
dirtier than a hospital.
So look, let me just, maybe I need to apologize for coming in hot with John Milton and Dante last episode. I feel like we've pivoted. I came in a little too dry, and we've pivoted to all this talk about gross bodily functions. Maybe a little too. Like we're talking about all this. Will sent me this 2-minute long video of the president having an accident in his diaper. And I'm listening to this earlier, and I'm thinking like, I don't need to hear this. This is not helping my day. We don't need to be all intellectual, but maybe we can find a middle ground, guys.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can find something in the middle, I think. As a country, maybe someday. Maybe we'll have a president that's also not shitting himself.
Yeah.
I would
A
like that.
president that references Dante every once in a while or something.
Did
That'd be
you
nice.
see Jill Biden, I guess, just wrote a memoir, and in it, she says that she was shocked at that debate, the big debate, the big Biden debate. That's when we. What did you say about Medicare? Like, no, it's when we destroyed Medicare. But so she's describing it now as it was shocking that he would have such a bad day and that he knew it was over, and she couldn't believe that people would think that he was like that normally. And I'm thinking back to that night, and I remember after the debate, Biden went and did some event, it was like a post-debate party, and Jill Biden was there, and she was like, "You answered every question," and like put the mic up to the audience to cheer, and they all went wild. And he just had this big dumb smile. It didn't look like a woman who was like, "Yeah, it's over. It's Jover, Joe." I think there's a little revisionist history maybe happening as she realizes that was not the right move in the moment.
Do you think Joe's going to read her book?
Is he reading books these days? I don't know what his cognitive level is.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
the
seen
question.
him. Is he just sort of like, "You gonna get me another ice cream? I'm gonna go for a walk with a dog." And they're like, "Okay, well, send Secret Service with him. We don't want him to wander off into the bushes again."
Yeah. Sir, we don't have any Secret Service left. They're all in the hospital because Major broke all of their legs.
Yeah, Major, your dog, sir, Major, somehow learned Muay Thai and broke all the legs and
Yeah.
pinky fingers specifically of Secret Service.
Major's
So-
at the door. "Oh, hey, Major, what's this little bone you got here?" And it's just literally the leg. It's the femur of a Secret Service agent. It's full of blood and flesh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still
fetch, boy.
pulsating.
Fetch.
Oh, you got your toy hand here? Okay. All right, go get it, boy.
Great boy.
Biden's just oblivious that he has like a hellhound. He has to him the most goodest boy in the world, but to everyone else just like a little hell spawn of a doggy.
Yeah. That's like
A little doggo.
He's literally got the dog from The Omen. That's just there to watch over Damien.
Yeah.
Speaking of hell,
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I was with some family this weekend.
Is that the end of
Perfect
the,
segue.
end of the story?
No notes. That's perfect. Please
one
continue.
one of them, a staple figure in our family, decided to bring up how they quote unquote like the president. And I backtracked them and I said, whoa, excuse me? And they said, yeah, I think he has some good policies, and whatever's happening with Iran right now would have fucked us over 10 years from now if he didn't make some decisions. And so just quick cue to you and all of our listener users out here, the fuck am I supposed to do? How do I conduct myself in a peaceful manner?
Well, I think the question would be, what has he achieved with Iran that has not sort of emboldened them and given them a lot more leverage than they thought they had before?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's ignore everything else. Ignore every single culture war element. Just purely, let's look at the example that this person gave, which is at least he cleaned up the Iran mess. Has he done that? How's that going?
That was my question.
What was
But
their
then-
answer?
Just a lot of circles.
A lot
of
and
circles.
a lot of lack of logic and a lot of sputtering and and you're like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
do they have a new regime? Is it less extreme? Is it less radically Islamic or whatever it is that you decided was the problem? No, okay.
Do they have any freedom over there? Weren't we
Yeah.
supposed to? Isn't this a freedom liberty mission?
Are they less inclined to continue with their trajectory toward nuclear weapons now than they were? That's the stated goal. I don't know that they have any kind of agreement at this point, and I don't know how much are you paying for gas these days.
Yeah. How much is your gas tank? And you really, really, really thought it was cool when we blew up a fucking school full of children, full of like 200 children, and that was definitely the U.S.
Yeah.
And it was just absolutely blown over within 2 or 3 days. You're really cool with that, dude?
And how much are we spending on this war every day of taxpayer money and debt, new debt? How's that
Yeah,
going with
and-
Mr. Fiscal Responsibility?
Also, how many of our bases have been bombed in the Middle East that we're just completely unaware of? Because last I checked, there were other like independent news agencies talking about the damages, and they are in the billions with a B as in boy. So that's a lot of money every day, and I don't really feel like I'm getting much for my taxes. I'd rather spend that money on roads or better schools or like fucking anything that impacts me personally in our own country.
Or just
Thank you
paying
very
off,
much.
literally paying
Yeah.
off some of the debt that we have. Maybe not spending it.
Yeah, that's too
Wow.
Norwegian to suggest, Tom. That's too practical and fiscally responsible for an American to do. I think we're just all sort of like programmed to be in debt and normalize debt to the point where it's like, well, if the government's doing it too, it's how you do things.
It's tradition.
Yeah.
It's it's how you get the American dream. You go into debt forever.
Wow. I sure feel like you two boys are my shoulder angels, and I really wish you would have been there.
So, okay, leave us a little play-by-play. How did you handle it? How did it go?
Well, luckily, I had some other family members come in because it was one of those things where we're having like a side off kitchen conversation. Everyone's hanging out outside on the patio. Some godforsaken reason this gets brought up. So I
Yeah.
brought a little bit.
It's a real bomb
start-
to throw into a nice family gathering. Everyone's kind of having a good time, and you're like,
Yes. And I
"Gosh,
don't
Trump is
I don't
good, right? What do you
see
think?"
These people. Yes, and they clearly know that I work in the human services industry, and so that makes me feel weird that they feel so confident to celebrate that. So we start rolling. They start talking in circles. Thankfully, my sweet, sweet young baby niece came in and just kind of derailed the rest of that conversation. And I didn't have the wherewithal to bring it up again because I didn't want to get into it.
Yeah, well, because like a person like that doesn't really want to be convinced that they're wrong. Also, so there's a point where you're like, I don't know, like, do I even really need to argue with this weird bomb you
Right,
just
like-
threw at me?
What's the point in like completely blocking the strait of my family?
Yeah,
So,
maybe just reopen other conversations and
yeah, exactly. So
send
what do
in
you think
JD
about-
to go negotiate with this guy. I hear he's a great negotiator.
See, and that led me to wanting to pull out the best JD quote I know, which is whatever makes sense. But
That's really entered our vernacular. We say that like 3 times an episode, I think.
it's important.
It's very, it's funny because as stupid as it is and as weird as it is to say whatever makes sense at a donut shop, interestingly, very Buddhist of him to say, very sort of like Eastern religion and thought, I flow like water, I am like water, I'm a leaf in the wind, whatever makes sense, you know.
And I am allergic to gluten, so
I'm
I will
allergic to
be
gluten, so
suffering.
nothing wheat, please. Rice cake donuts only.
If that
But yeah.
makes
Yeah. When Siddhartha walked out of the castle and went to his first donut shop, he had some thoughts.
Yeah, he saw an old man eating a donut. He's like, "Oh, geez, I don't know really if I want to look like that guy when I'm 80. Maybe I shouldn't eat these donuts." And then he saw a dead person.
Yeah. Jorking it in the bathroom. Died jorking it a little too
Died
hard.
Yeah,
You get it.
had a heart attack, ate too many donuts, probably died jorking it in the bathroom.
And you
I
know
saw
what?
that.
For him, that made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he sat there at that table for 6 years until he became enlightened. And then when he walked up to the donut counter, they said, "Sir, do you finally know what you want to order?" And he said, "Yes, whatever makes sense."
Wow. It's kind
I
of a
think
beautiful
that's-
story when you tell it that way.
JD would hate it too because
it's in the Dhammapada. It's in the Dhammapada, the sacred Buddhist text. This is how it all goes. So I'm just reading it verbatim.
I think JD's got to be furious though because he really wants to be put into some kind of Catholic parable, not a Buddhist one.
Yeah.
Well, then you can't be over here with like, "I am one with the universe," whatever makes sense. You know, he's got to be like, "Well, you got to eat donuts that look like Jesus? You got to eat Jesus on the cross donuts?" Oh, you're not a Christian donut place. Okay. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take one of your pagan donuts or whatever the fuck.
Your secular donut holes.
Yeah, right. One of your secular donut holes. You know, you throw a couple of those in.
A dozen donuts like the dozen apostles, huh? Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a great
12.
great little Christian tradition you have there. 12 donuts.
12 donuts. And then, yeah, exactly. And also like the 12 days of Christmas, right? And they're like, no, it's just sort of like the baker's, you know, actually a baker's dozen is 13.
Well,
so
one of
it's
them's
not even-
a traitor.
One of them's the
bad.
Christ.
One's the Christ and one's a traitor. You got to
One's
throw
the
one out.
Christ. Yeah, give me a dozen donuts and then get rid of one of them because that's the Judas donut. I don't want that one. That's the evil donut that turned in the Christ.
All right, kids,
But
which one's the
you make
Judas donut?
Make the Judas donut kiss the Jesus donut before you throw
He's
it away.
playing with his donuts. Giving them, these donuts smooch each other a little bit because this
Yeah.
one's bad.
We're talking
Yeah.
hole to hole.
Yeah, we're talking Peter and Paul over here having a great time with the
He names each donut every time he gets a dozen.
after an apostle of Jesus. He's like, well,
John
this
is
James.
along, John. Who would be the jelly filled?
Peter.
Yeah, I had the same thought. I don't really know why. I feel like Peter's always portrayed as a chubby guy, and that makes it seem
Yeah.
fitting.
Peter was an annoyed, a sort of gruff fisherman, right? He was
Yeah.
the one that was just like, whatever makes sense, but I can hate all this.
But I don't know that any of them were chubby. We don't really get physical descriptions of any of them, do we?
Unfortunately, no. We don't even get description of Jesus, you know? I don't think so.
So
I think it's
true.
just like, you know, he grew up and became a man. It's not like, oh, he had a man with the, you know, it's not like Courtney's book club, unfortunately, where it's not like, you know, he was a man with long flowing hair right past his neck, you know, just like perfect surfer hair. You know, when you asked him, you know, what's your hair care routine? He just said, oh, I just wash it with water and shampoo. And you just go, no way, dude, that's impossible. And he says, no, it's serious. It's just my jeans. And then you're like, wow, that's
He
crazy.
had great jeans.
And then
Where'd you get your jeans?
from American Eagle.
Wow. And he,
From the wet collection.
we definitely know he
Yeah.
did. He looked nothing like Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, no, he was
Sadly,
no Jesus was no Helen of Troy. I think we can say that for certain.
Wow. Okay. So interesting. Oh, okay. Apostles. Quick little game here. You get donuts with JD Vance. Maybe you should switch it to JC Vance in his new iteration. Jesus Christ Vance. Really go all in.
Jesus. Beautiful.
And he says, "All right, which one's which? Can you name all 12 apostles? I don't know if I have all. I could probably get through like 6 apostles.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could get through all of them. I think I'd probably get to
Peter,
about
Andrew,
4.
Sean.
Sean. There's a Sean.
Sean.
I'm
Okay.
out.
These are the okay. They have very Bostonian names. We got Ben. We got Sean.
Yeah. We got Sean. We got Michael over
We
here.
got Matt A, Matt D.
Yeah, the two Mike.
We got
Mikey.
Mark.
We got Mickey. We
got
got
Marky
Mikey. We got Nikki.
Where's Tom?
Yeah, Tommy.
We got Matt. Matthew. We got Matthew Damon. We got Mark Wahlberg. All the apostles of Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God, John left again. He's not
John
coming.
left again. He went to that Vietnamese restaurant. Jesus, I'm telling you, you shouldn't. Matthew, the Marky Mark apostle. He just doesn't like the Vietnamese. Hey Jesus, get a load of this. John over here went to get pho and banh mi for lunch.
Yeah.
Somehow he's
John
very
can
familiar.
get full, all right.
Yeah, John gets pho all the time, bro.
Yeah. John's like, call me Jack, actually.
Yeah, John says, "Call me Jack," and Jesus says, "I don't really care what the fuck you guys are doing. Listen, I just need some hype men, and right now you're not giving me anything." Jesus is like the talent.
Yeah, right. We got
Jesus.
were two of them like they were sort of the bodyguards. They were the tough guys there to make sure.
Peter was one of them. Peter was like, Jesus was like, make sure Peter gets an extra jelly donut because I want him to have energy for tonight. He's supposed to be the bouncer for when
Yeah,
I'm
and
turning
then-
these fishes into with these 2 fishes into 10,000 fishes.
Big Titty Richard gets all mad because that's usually his job.
Yeah, that was the 11th
Big titty
apostle.
Rich. Yeah. Big Titty Rich didn't work out though. He was only like in the group for like 6 months on a trial basis.
It was a phase.
Yeah, was it a set thing where it had to only be 12? So like if they met one cool guy that was cooler than one of the dopey ones, they sort of had to kick a couple out.
Yeah, it's like
They cycled through them. They sort of run into like a whatever George Clooney would have been back then, and they're like, "Listen, this guy's kind of cool, Jesus. Maybe we should have him around. You know, he's going to give a lot of aura,
Yeah.
a lot of coolness,
Nicodemus
factor to our group."
Nicodemus is always talking about numbers, and he's got a little abacus. I don't
Yeah.
think he's really bringing the vibe. Why don't we keep
Yeah.
George? Let's give George a spot.
Let's give George a spot because Nicodemus keeps telling us we're spending too much money, and I don't really like that vibe. You know what I mean? Like we're over here trying to eat Wagyu, we're trying to like turn those loaves into fishes, and we're trying to turn water into wine. Jesus, you know what I mean? We don't need somebody telling us like, oh, you spent too much money on that really fancy Greek wine the other week.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's what it was like. I don't have a sense of that. So I'll leave it to J.C. Vance to tell me when
Yeah.
he becomes president.
You know, it would be so fun to just be the Pope. You could just be like, honestly, God told me that that's what it was like. And
Yeah.
basically, people have to say, okay, because none of that's in the Bible. And if you're Catholic and you're Roman Catholic specifically, you and the Pope's just like, nah, fuck you. God said that he did that. Okay, it's incredible to me that basically that one person's given that much credibility. That's remarkable. You know, it's sort of like, I think the Pope is a little bit too similar to the president in that we just gave them a little bit too much power. You know what I mean? Should just been a little bit better divided amongst everyone else.
Well, so I feel like we haven't since maybe I guess the 70s. The popes haven't done a whole lot of interpreting or reinterpreting, right? Like Benedict didn't really seem to do anything at all. Francis had some opinions, and a lot of Catholics were like, "Not so fast, sir," and then kind of continuing with Leo, right?
Do you think Leo's going to get free hot dogs for life? When
He already
goes home?
does. I think he does. I think he gets free deep dish and free hot dogs forever, probably.
What if he was like, "We're going to move the Vatican to Chicago"?
The Vatican in extensia, in exile.
Yeah, it's
Not in exile. It's the summer Vatican.
Or what if he,
This
there's
Vatican.
can he just say, actually, God
Love it.
doesn't like the Vatican being in Italy anymore because he misses his hot dogs. You can't get as good a hot dog in Italy for a Chicago boy, and so he's like, "No, we're just going to build the new one. So we got to figure this out, Catholic Church."
He's like, listen, we got tons of money, guys. We'll just build a Coliseum, you know, and like make it look old, and then we'll be like, here's a new Vatican. We'll just turn one of the cool churches into a Vatican over there, and then we'll have a Pope summer house.
And we're
And
gonna
if they
also
don't-
and we're gonna have a brewery, a local brewery in there with IPAs. What's that drink? That disgusting drink that people in Chicago like?
Malort.
Malort. Yeah, he's like, we're gonna do Malort
Ooh.
as the blood of Christ.
What's Malort? I've never even heard of this.
Oh, Malort.
Oh.
My Lord.
Is that what people say when they're wasted off of it, and then it's sort of like a joke that everyone's supposed to laugh at?
I don't know the mythology of Malort, but I know it's a Chicago thing, and it's some kind of liquor that is absolutely disgusting on its own,
Ugh.
and in any cocktail that you might replace a traditional liquor with Malort, it makes that disgusting as well. It tastes like paint thinner.
To
Really?
drink a cocktail with Malort in it is the most egregious act of terrorism you can commit to yourself, I think.
Oh man, it's like poisoning somebody to serve a Malort alcohol.
Yeah.
Malort.
Jesus
cocktail
tries a Malort cocktail, and he's like, "One of you is poison to me." They're like, no, Jesus, it's just it's a cool new drink. It's called Malort.
He's like, I don't like this at all. In fact, I'm going to write a super specific sermon about this for tomorrow. I'm going to talk about how it's part of the new 10 Commandments.
This is where the whole "your body is a temple" came from.
Yeah, he was like,
He's
listen,
so
guys, we've been
pissed.
drinking too much, and you guys served me a disgusting thing the other night. He's like, I might be human, but I'm also God, damn it, and I have some standards.
One of you will betray me by making a really gross cocktail later tonight that I will hate.
And Jesus is like, hey, Peter, can I get another one of those old fashions? Peter's like, coming right up. Judas is like, actually, you want to try a new one?
I really,
Sir?
I want Jesus to try my cool new drink that I just discovered. I just made a new recipe. I want to be a mixologist once this stuff all blows over.
Once all this stuff blows over. Well, no, sorry. What I meant is, when Jesus gets famous,
Yeah.
Jesus is like, aren't I already famous? And then they're like, no, you are, sir. And then he's like, hey, Judas, how's that cocktail coming?
Yeah. Pontius
yeah.
Pilate is like 30 pieces of silver, and Judas is sort of like, what if you let me do the drinks at the next Coliseum? Can I just cater it? I got a couple great ideas. He's like, no,
Yeah.
20 pieces of silver now. It's actually going down 15 pieces of silver.
Yeah, it's cut in half now. Fuck you. You don't negotiate. Pontius Pilate's like the Kevin Leary of like the ancient world. He's just like one of those people where it's just like, oh, you're just so annoying, aren't you? You're just super annoying on purpose, and that's your whole personality, isn't it? It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If only you had hair.
Yeah, right. If only you had hair, maybe you wouldn't be such a disgusting human. But it's really the inside, not the outside. And unfortunately, that one's rotten too. That one's lost. Your inside has lost all of its follicles and has died, has wilted away as well, sir.
Well, Will sent over some little. He always has a little RFK update, so let's check in with the health czar.
Did you guys watch this video by chance?
There's two videos you sent over. So this first one is about a new correlation for autism and parts of the body. You want to set it up for us?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt there, Tom. I was pushing my mute button too hard.
Yeah.
was-
oh my God. Oh, that sound again. It's back.
Ouch!
He's got that 1,000-yard stare in his eyes again. Anyways, so basically this is the new RFK, one of the two new RFK junior updates as part of the Make America Healthy Again movement. We've been into health on our show recently quite a bit, and I know that he's the health czar, as Tom mentioned. So we have some new kind of interesting, basically a new theory here about where autism comes from. And Tom, we can just jump right in. The video it explains quite a lot for itself.
He's got a new theory every week. It's interesting. He's just throwing it all. Yeah.
He's open-minded though, and that's what I appreciate. Science should be flexible, but
open
maybe
brain
a bit more.
Maybe.
Well, the thing is, it's not very evidence-based. It's sort of like a theory, and it's not really turned into a hypothesis at any point.
There's also there's many other confirmation studies. There's two studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It's high.
Two studies show that children who are circumcised have double the rate of autism.
Circumcised early. I wasn't really sure what that
Presumably as a
meant.
baby, which is most circumcisions, I think, are infant aged.
Yeah.
So he basically studied two men with autism who also have gotten circumcised.
I guess maybe one of them was him in the study. We'll never know, and I don't really care to know. But Tom, go back a little bit because there's added context after the early circumcision theory.
Okay, all right.
That needs to come out into the light.
Studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It's highly likely because they're given Tylenol.
Okay.
None of this is this positive,
So-
but all of
Is that true? Do you give a baby Tylenol after a circumcision?
I have no idea. I'm not a doctor, and I don't really want this information in my brain, quite frankly. But I do think that that might just be a him thing. I don't think I've read any sort of studies that say that Tylenol has any correlation with autism. And then if you're given it as a baby, I don't think that would cause it either.
Yeah, well, okay, so I thought he had at some point sort of admitted that there was maybe one very dubious correlation between Tylenol and autism in the first place. But the initial claim he made months ago was that women who are pregnant who take Tylenol end up having autistic babies. This is a separate claim that says once the baby is born, giving them Tylenol gives them autism. So it's not a prenatal thing, it's a postnatal autism. Or I think the real question in this study would have to be, is this a continued use of autism from before they were born, or does their brain all of a sudden turn autistic the first time you give them that Tylenol?
Also, what does the circumcision have to do? Sort of how does that factor
It doesn't
into
seem
any
to,
of this?
It's the excuse to give them Tylenol, right?
I mean, I guess I didn't. The thing is, they just do that to, from what I know, the little that I know about this, they just do it to babies. And they're just like, they're young. They can't feel anything. They're never going to remember this, which is not true. Babies actually do feel pain. Very traumatizing. Not new science says not good thing to do necessarily. But yeah, anyways, I don't believe they're given Tylenol. So I don't think anyone cares, frankly.
It's stuff that we should be paying attention to.
Yeah. But, you know, there's a tremendous amount of proof or evidence, I would say, as a non-doctor, but I've studied this a long time ago. You know, I met Bob.
He studied children's genitals a long time ago.
As a non-doctor.
As a non-doctor, he studied children's genitals a long time ago. Quote from the president there.
Tremendous proof or evidence.
Yeah. Proof of crimes and or evidence for a new health theory.
God.
Not quite sure which one it is. Anyways, so that's the new update, folks. If you're a hot mom, you know, take that information as you will. You know, you can use that for your children. But yeah, anyways, that's one of the new theories. And so basically that's the information that we're working overtime to come up with, Tom. That's what our health czar is very busy doing. Coming up with sort of genius theories that are going to blow the doors off of the sort of temples of modern science. But yeah, in his off hours, this is also what RFK Jr. is doing. And this video, the second video of RFK Jr. is a bit more concerning because it's after hours RFK Jr.
Oh boy.
When he's not giving his, you know, very eloquent, very scientific based sort of science approach to the cure for autism, which is the main health crisis in America right now. This is what he's doing in his off hours, and this is an incredible video for the public record.
Okay, so just for everybody who is only listening, since we have no video, he has cornered two snakes, and there's a little caption from the New York Post that says he's wrangling two snakes with his bare hands from Dr. Oz's patio.
What?
And is Cheryl taking the video and talking?
Cheryl is taking the video, which makes it feel a bit more like an episode of Curb.
Larry would never do this.
Larry would never do this, but Dr. Oz is also there, so it feels like a fever dream version of Curb somehow, because all the right type of people are there. And it's sort of a weird scenario. But yeah, this is the health and wellness. The man in charge of all American health and wellness right now in this video is trying to pick up two snakes with his bare hands.
I'm assuming that he is calling Dr. Oz honey, even though Cheryl's behind the camera.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're all hanging out together, to be quite honest with you, but it does seem maybe applicable here.
You've described RFK as a contemporary version of a sorcerer type, you know, like a medieval strange medicine man, and I think that fits right in, that he just sort of wrangles snakes. That's very like ancient Egypt. These are the pagan guys who Moses is competing with.
I will say his form is akin to those who do the squats and the rope exercises. Like, it looks like he's about to do the rope thing with the two snakes.
Right. He does have excellent physical form.
Perfect 90-degree angle in his knee. The glutes are looking strong.
That back is not flexing too much. You know, he doesn't look like he's going to experience back issues from this.
I always do my squats with 2 snakes in my hands.
Makes me do the workout faster, actually. I do them twice as fast when I have snakes in my hands biting me.
He's got his home gym, and there's just a pit of snakes in one little room.
Ugh.
Ooh, they're faster. He thought he could just go in there and grab them, like he could hypnotize them, but they're
With his bare hands, by the way. No gloves, no stick.
Sleeves rolled up, which is also unhinged. You know what I mean?
I don't know snakes well. Do we have a sense of what type of snakes these are, or if they're scary types? Like, could they bite him?
We'll get to all that, Tom.
Okay,
This
all
is
right.
a man of science, after all.
So, what are they?
Can you pause it?
Okay.
So, for the people listening only, RFK Jr. picked up these 2 snakes that were not harming him, that were completely out of the way. He very clearly bothered these animals. And then as he's picking them up, he says, "They're biting me," which is just so funny. It's like, what did you expect?
And then the subtitle has spoiled the next thing he's about to say, which is, "Well, they were having sex."
Actually, Dr. Oz says this.
Oh, he's telling. Okay, so Doctor.
While Cheryl is calling him honey, he's the one speculating about what the snakes are up
Can
to.
we back it up like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
2 seconds?
Well, they were having sex, son. So what were they?
So they're arguing about whether they are moccasins, and I don't know my
Yeah.
snakes well enough. That's a poisonous snake, I gather.
Yeah,
is.
poisonous water snake.
So they're asking, Mr. Science over here, Mr. Health and Wellness, what kind of snakes are they? He says they're black snakes. Which I've never heard of black snake. I've heard of like a black mamba before as a specific type of snake, but I'm not sure if I've heard of black snakes.
Do you think he's laughing at the moccasins because he's picturing shoes?
Yeah, these aren't shoes;
maybe.
these are snakes.
These are Cheryl. These are snakes. Yeah, that's probably akin to what's happening in his brain.
So, okay,
By
I
the
guess
way-
what I thought he was going to do was take them and then sort of like fling them off the patio onto the grass or whatever exists outside of here, not just hold them in front of Cheryl for a prolonged period of time.
Dangle.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
dangling. He's not holding.
He's jorking those
Well, this
snakes.
He's jorking those snakes around hardcore, dude. And he's also sort of proving that he definitely was the guy that ate a rotted whale on the beach. I think at one point he
Yeah.
admitted to or something, and then he beheaded a bear. So as somebody he's just bothering these animals already. They keep biting him, by the way. This is I've seen them bite him 6 times. So
Are they biting?
Honey,
Yeah.
let's go. Oh my God.
Jesus, the mouths are huge.
Please. Bobby, please. Oh God.
All
here,
right.
come and get a picture.
Wow. Okay.
Look at these black snakes that I picked up that are biting my hands are covered in snake bites, but it was so cool to bother an animal like that.
Cheryl, you need to suck the venom out of all 18 of my bites.
Suck the venom out of my holes, Cheryl, please.
Dr. Oz, come suck on the other side.
I don't know what that's.
My V hole.
Suck the snake hole, please.
Yeah.
Suck the snake's hole, please. I need somebody. Do it.
Cheryl, I need someone to suck the venom. Cheryl runs up. No, I need Dr. Oz to do it.
Honey, come suck the venom. Wrong, honey.
Yeah. And
Dr. Oz
but he
is
still
hey,
won't.
let's make like those snakes, Cheryl.
Dr. Oz is sucking the venom out, but he still won't put the snakes down, so they're just biting both of them now.
Yeah. It's a bit of a Cleopatra situation in that they're all going to sort of die. Unfortunately, if only we could be so lucky.
Cheryl, it's
How'd
like
that
Cleopatra. Let's all die together.
Yeah, let's hold the snakes up to our breast and let them bite us, and we'll die like Cleopatra. They're just like, what are you talking about, dude? We came over to Dr. Oz's to have some cocktails after work. We're not here to do a murder suicide together.
Pour Malort
Wild
on the
man.
bites. It's the only thing that'll kill the venom.
She's like, Bobby, if I do that, I'm definitely going to not suck the venom out. And he's like, oh, that's a good point. Suck the venom out first and then pour the Malort.
Get some shooters of Malort to chase the venom after you suck it out of me.
And then take these snakes and like cook them in a soup because we have to eat their bodies so that we don't get killed by their poison.
How do we know the
That's
poison
exactly-
doesn't kill the autism, Cheryl?
The snakes are biting me because I'm autistic, Cheryl. Don't you see? It's all because of me. Because I'm autistic. Everybody's autistic. Oh man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him if he wasn't such a stupid, evil piece of shit.
A Kennedy has had a lot of advantages that none of us will ever have. So I guess
This is the oldest living Kennedy, though, Tom. Surely he's the one to get into old age of all of them somehow.
Yeah.
He's found a cheat code.
Well, it's good. It's working just fine for him. He seems happier than ever. Good for him, I guess. Good for Cheryl. Good for Dr. Oz. Hope they have.
They're biting me, Cheryl.
Yeah.
It was too funny. I'm sorry. I had to share those with you guys. That's the latest Make America Healthy Again update. So we're doing great.
Yeah. Will sends me this and then a 2-minute long fart video from Donald Trump. Great stuff at the head of the state.
Who gets to confirm when America is finally healthy?
That's a good question. I think when we have a vibrant democracy again and everybody sort of like, feels happy about the future to the point where they're not just eating pizza every night on the couch because like, fuck it, what's the point?
When they're not just living life.
Yeah.
Living life. Yeah. Brian Johnson actually gets to declare when America's healthy.
Okay, good. Because we don't have any updates on him, do we? He's been super busy with.
He's been taking pictures of his
alive.
girlfriend getting personal exams and posting it on Twitter for some reason. So I don't feel the need to drag her into this. That seems private, and I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah, a bit odd, but it's okay. He's working. He's busy working on staying alive, which is very good.
He is
Important.
alive. Yeah.
That means it's working.
Okay, who are our sponsors this week? Who do we have paying the bills, keeping Tammy's paycheck deposited every week?
Jorkins.
Oh, wow. That's a
Is this a Scandinavian company?
that'd be
It's a
sounds like-
Scandinavian specialty lotion.
Yorkins, I
Specialty.
believe they might call it.
Nice. Yorkins. Is this Swedish or is this Danish or Norwegian or what kind of cream are we working here?
Tom, are you familiar? They're actually a Norwegian brand.
Oh, cool.
Yorkin cream. I do put it all over my face every night before I go to bed. I always make sure to squirt a little of that Yorkin cream all over and just rub it all in. And then, you wake up and you're ready for the midnight sun, which actually is not very strong at all. So it's kind of like UV rays that are blocked when there aren't really many out there to begin with. But, they like to be healthy out there.
And Tom, do you have any special thoughts on the Jorkin scoop, the Goop scoop?
The Yorkins
That comes with the cream.
Yorkins Scoop. It's useful if you really need more. I mean, I like to just sort of do it manually. I don't need all these devices, but people have different preferences, and good for them.
Did you like Tom? Did you also like the gua sha they sent? It's sort of like one of those traditional Asian massage tools that comes along with the Jorkin cream. They said to include it in the copy here, but I didn't get one. Are they good? Like, what are they? Are they made out of quartz? It looks like pretty premium.
I didn't use that again because I thought, how would the Vikings have used this? And I picture the Vikings not being overly elaborate, right? A Viking has his cat with him. They liked cats and they liked to go pillage and they liked to go rob the monks in English churches. It was always kind of a funny story, I thought. So they would go to various parts of England, and the monks would sort of not be fighters. Turns out, if you're a monk, you're probably not trained with the sword. There's not a whole lot you can do. So every so often, they'd sort of be like, let's just go steal all the gold out of that church that's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but near the coast.
With no fence. No fence around it either.
And so there was one, I forget the name and the exact place, but the monks were sort of talking out of a few churches, and they were sort of like, these Vikings, they come, they rob us. We don't really have anything to do. We're not men of the sword, and we don't have enough protection to fight them off. So what if we just set aside some of the money that we have, that we get from the tithing of those in our country? What if we just set some of that aside to just give to the Vikings and say, how about you don't attack us? We'll just give you the gold. Vikings said, sounds good to me. Took the gold and then robbed the rest of their money as well.
Took the gold. I'm pretty sure also killed all of them and then took the rest of their stuff too.
Sometimes, yeah. There are some bloodier than others. But,
really? I didn't even know they let them get away sometimes. That's cool. That actually sort of redeems the Vikings even more.
There were some where they're just like, this loser monk is exactly who I want to run this church, because I want to keep coming back and stealing the money of the people who tithe.
Come back here in 3 years and be like, hey, a little bit of that protection money, Bobby. Okay, totally.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Roundabout way of saying, no, I didn't use all the supplements that I was sent for our sponsor. So sorry, everybody.
It's a very traditional way.
Have you noticed any subtle or not so subtle changes in your skin complexion?
Well, we're at the sunny season here. Summer is just starting, so I am out in the sun a little bit more, trying to make sure the yard is working, looks how it's supposed to look. So I'm getting,
sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
In Norway, if you have a good yard, they call you the Jarl of your yard.
Jarl.
Oh.
I'm the local Jarl, I think you could say, but I have naturally a little bit of a darker complexion. So I guess I thought that it would be interesting to see what if my winter at my most palest, what would happen, but we're not really there now. So I'm just sort of getting darker with the sun. And I don't know. It's like every supplement I've ever tried. Maybe it's doing something. Can't really tell, but you just have to believe in it, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
That's incredible.
Wow. I love the reference to sort of the Lindisfarne Viking raids there. That was phenomenal. I didn't even think that could be worked into an ad. Here I am, naive Will looking at the naive Will of 5 minutes ago.
We're just two mere black snakes on the patio of your life.
I'm just dangling you guys for Cheryl Hines.
Yeah. Great. Well, that's incredible. Folks, if you want to get the same cream and have such an enlivening experience as well, you can go to jorkinit.com /shop. Very important to put that /shop. If you just go to jorkinit.com, that's a completely different website. So we don't recommend that.
Yorkinit. It's
with a Y.
No, it's with a J.
A J or a Y?
The Scandinavians, the J makes a Y sound. So like if your name is Jurgens, we would say, but they would say Jurgen, for example. So Yorkinit. I think we don't want to be confused with Jorking-it. I think that's a misconception they've been fighting for a few years now.
Correct.
Maybe jorkinit.com was not.
No, it's Yorkinit.com.
It's Yorkinit.
It's Yorkinit.no, actually.
.no. Oh, okay.
Not to be confused with Jorkinit.com, which is a totally different site than Yorkinit.no. Spelled similarly.
Jorkinit.com.
Okay, I'm glad we cleared this up because we definitely don't want to send all of our hot moms and other fellow listeners to the wrong and users to the wrong place here. So, what was that again, Tom? Yorkinit.no.
Yorkinit.no. Yes. So we don't really. I don't think this is a show for hot moms and not really a show for Jorkers. It is a show for Yorkers, though.
Correct.
And New Yorkers. If there's any New Yorkers out there, feel free to listen. We'd love to have you. Yeah. Okay, Courtney, we got any discount codes on the cream?
Yes, discount code is York Jork.
That's confusing. Wow, that's
York Jork.
They're just they're inviting some confusion there with that one.
It's JOREKJORK.
Perfect. Okay.
Wow.
All right, folks. Well, there you go. You get 15% off your first cream. Enjoy that.
Send us a picture of what you look like after you goop scoop.
Yeah, if you enjoy the Goop Scoop, let us know, because that sounds like a thrilling product, and we're so happy to be working with York in it. Thank you very much to them and all their efforts, and thank you to Tammy for helping yet again to set this up.
Yeah.
Our beautiful producer, our fantastic producer, Tammy.
We don't need to comment. Tammy, we had that meeting last week. You're not supposed to comment on her looks anymore. She doesn't like it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You know, just a few weeks ago, we had on the show a longtime friend of the show and bald cranium man. I think Mark Andreessen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he was just commenting about how annoying HR is, and I was just disagreeing with him. I was saying, HR is a good thing, and here I am violating yet another HR code. So, look at me, stepping over my own boundary here, folks. Tammy, disregard. What Tom said.
Just stop talking to Tammy. Maybe just let us deal with Tammy.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. I just don't know what to do. Like, I appreciate Tammy, but I don't really. Yeah. Gosh. All right.
She just sent me an email and would like to talk to you after this.
Oh boy.
Shit. Just digging a bigger hole for myself. All right, I'll shut up. Actually, you know what? I'll talk about something else. I've been noticing around the neighborhood that I live in, there's a bunch of mango trees, which is
nice.
Phenomenal. They're not quite ready yet, but I remember eating green mango in Vietnam, and it was quite nice. It's sort of like a crunchy little, very tart snack. And anyways, I've been sort of picking some mangoes off the local trees. I do live in America, though, so I might see a perfect mango that is about 1 foot on somebody's property. And I'm not really the kind of guy to invite temptation into my life, so I don't really feel like stepping onto their property to take a mango.
It's very Edenic, this sort of temptation here.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's the best looking mangoes are always in somebody's yard, unfortunately. So I can't really do anything like that. I don't want to get shot because that's a likely possibility. But all the ones that are sort of off to the curb, the trees that hang off into the common areas.
The snake tells me to tell you to go eat the mango from the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
The snake told me that it's good to have knowledge of autism. The tree of knowledge of autism is what it is, really.
I'm not saying this. The snakes are channeling through my body.
He becomes like one of those snake preachers. Speaking of religion.
Yes.
He becomes one of those, I forgot what church it is that has.
Like the West Virginia or some Virginia.
Yeah. West Virginia Baptist, whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah. Anyways, but sorry, to get back to the mango thing. So there's all these beautiful mangoes that I've been picking, and that's great. And then I sort of got into a mood earlier where I picked 3 mangoes, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then I noticed there's another fruit that grows around here that I never tried, and it's called cactus fruit. So I was sort of like, oh, this is great. I can pluck a few of these too. Those happen to be in season as well. And I don't know what I expected. I definitely grabbed a few of the cactus fruits, and they still have spines all over them. And so I still have some of those little spindles lodged into my finger. Now. So I got all happy thinking, oh, I'm foraging sort of like here in nature, Mr. Nature Man. And nature told me right away, you should definitely pay better attention, Will. So anyways, just a fun little anecdote from recently.
Fun little anecdote that could be a great testimony for Jorkinet cream, because Jorkinet cream is for pricks.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful segue there. Or beautiful callback there.
Yeah.
Could we say something other than beautiful, please? Thank you.
Oh, what Tammy does? I'm not allowed to call a callback beautiful now because Tammy gets called beautiful by Will.
Tom, don't
Why do we have to
cross the line.
sexualize a callback?
Tom, don't cross the line. I don't know where the line is, but there's a line in the sand, and I've crossed it somehow.
Our HR, our AI bot, which is also our HR department, is frowning at. They sent me a little frowny emoji.
Oh no.
Tammy also said you gentlemen both need to start tracking my menstrual cycle to be supportive allies.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Courtney.
I think there's a thin line there between maybe being supportive and also something our HR bot needs to talk to us about and tell us to knock off.
Yeah, I feel like the HR stuff can kind of go both ways with this with this one, maybe.
Well, maybe we should work on, the AI HR board is not as efficient as I was anticipating.
Well, unfortunately, like most things AI, there was a lot promised and very very little delivered. So we are having quite a lot of issues with the HR department. I've been told I was fired 4 times last week, and then I was rehired. But the thing is, I didn't even check any of those emails until today. So I read 8 emails that I'm fired and 9 emails saying I'm rehired. So if we could fix that, Tammy, no offense, that would be great.
That would be beautiful, Tammy, if you could fix that for us.
Yeah, thank you so much.